Hi everybody, this is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts and Colossal Fossils. Today, this is a Q&A episode, so let's actually get started, shall we? So we'll start with the YouTube questions. A couple of questions from Luke Zilla. First one, who would win, Smilodon or polar bear? Well, both of these animals did actually live at the same time in the Pleistocene, so there is a case that there could be made that both of them probably have seen each other, but more likely Smilodon was going to be living in, say, the southern regions of North America mostly, compared to, like, say, the northern regions. So if they did actually encounter each other, and they actually did have a little bit of a battle royale, even though that Smilodon would actually have the speed and the cunning to be able to move around and find the spots necessary to take down the polar bear. But the thing is that the polar bear is very robust and also very fast himself, and I would think that the polar bear, having much more powerful weapons, a much better bite force, bigger claws, and better upper body strength, I would say that the polar bear would be the winner in this one, because a bear is just way too powerful for a cat. And so, yeah, I would go with the polar bear on that one. In your second question, did Giganotosaurus live with Mapusaurus? I did a little bit of looking. I did a little bit of investigating on this one, and it seems like, based on the rock formations on where Mapusaurus and Giganotosaurus are found, it's more likely that they probably did, but only for a short period of time. Because Giganotosaurus was around from, say, 100 million years to, say, 95 million years, whereas Mapusaurus, more likely being 99 million years all the way towards, say, 90 million years, it's more likely that Mapusaurus was around a little bit longer. But there could be something that the case is that they did live with each other, but they actually had different types of environments that they lived in. Like, maybe Giganotosaurus was more likely to be in higher land, in like a higher elevation type of areas, whereas Mapusaurus is more likely to be in, like, say, the plains. But we don't know that. We don't know. So there still remains to be a question out there of whether or not they did encounter each other. And so rock formations say they did, and, like I said, the geologic record and the fossil record say they did, but the jury's still out on that one. All right, to the Facebook questions. Jody, what do you think about the TV series Terra Nova? Well, I do have the series on DVD. I did like it when I first watched it, when it was on television. You know, because, like, the first episode was amazing. I thought, like, the special effects were really great, and storytelling was getting really, really good. But I can understand why Fox decided to only do one season, because it was so expensive, because of all the special effects that had to be put into the series, you know, to make the dinosaurs and the CGI environment, you know, that sort of thing, you know, because that was a thing, you know, that was so brand new to broadcast television, is this, like, expanse of CGI to be put in. Like, there is some TV shows that are doing CGI for their actual show, especially for, like say Star Trek. Star Trek is doing that. Even Star Wars is always doing that as well. So would I say that Terra Nova was ahead for its time? A little bit. The dinosaurs looked really cool, especially Carnotaurus and some of the sauropods that were in there. They did put in some fake dinosaurs in there, like hybrids of, like, dromaeosaurs and oviraptors, you know, because I thought that was kind of funny to see that kind of part. But I did like the series. I thought they could have had another season. Like, I heard Sci-Fi was possibly going to pick that up after it got canceled, but they decided not to, so it was more likely that it was just going to be a one-season type of thing. So, one and done, you know, but I can understand why. But I do enjoy it. I still have to rewatch the entire season just to, like, get the idea of what the entire show was going for, and especially if they were going to go for another season. All right. Benjamin, got a few questions for me. So the first one is Shantungosaurus the biggest of all ornithopods? It is the biggest hadrosaur. I don't know if it was the biggest ornithopod. I think it is one of them. I am just not totally sure if there's like another ornithopod that is out there that is larger than Shantungosaurus. But I would say, yeah, it is one of them. It is definitely one of them. Does Stegoceras have good eyesight? So Stegoceras is a pachycephalosaur. It's a small pachycephalosaur. Would it actually have good eyesight? I think it would. It would actually, because the eyes are on the side of the head, so that means that it would have very good peripheral vision. So it actually has very good vision to actually look around it, you know. So it has kind of like a 180-degree view of its, a nearly 180-degree view of its environment. But the one thing that it is actually very bad at in terms of eyesight is forward-facing vision. And all herbivores during that time, and especially kind of now, is that the herbivores' eyes are on the side of their head. And reasons why is because they need to look out for predators around them. Now, if a predator was in front of it, and the only way for a Stegoceras to be able to see something that is in front of it is to turn its head in order to see what's coming at them. And so, yeah, I would say that it has good eyesight for peripheral vision, but for binocular vision, no way. Is Quetzalcoatlus the biggest of all pterosaurs? It is one of them, and Hexagopteryx is also a contender for the biggest pterosaur as well. So those two are actually considered to be the biggest of the pterosaurs. And who would win, Mapusaurus or Saurophaganax? That's a very good one, but both of them are in different time periods and also different continents. Mapusaurus being from South America, Saurophaganax from North America. So if they actually had a battle royale, let's see, because Saurophaganax has the size and also has a very robust type of body, whereas Mapusaurus would be very agile and also have the speed to be able to find the vulnerable areas of Saurophaganax. But I think size would actually matter in this one, but this one could actually go either way. I would say like 5 times out of 10 Mapusaurus will win, and 5 times out of 10 Saurophaganax would win. So it's going to be 50-50. So that could go either way. But I would probably say Mapusaurus more likely would have some edge to it, but also Saurophaganax would have some edge in that fight. But I'll probably go with the size on this one, so I'll go with Saurophaganax. Anyway, that's it for now. Next week will be a special episode, so stay tuned for what kind of prehistoric animal I'm going to talk about. So stay tuned for that. And if you still got questions about dinosaurs or any other prehistoric life, feel free to email me at dinochrist71@gmail.com, or go on my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Like the page, yes, you post your questions in the comment section. Please put them in the comment section. Don't put them in Messenger. Messenger is only for private conversations. And for you YouTubers out there, feel free to like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell, and also put your questions in the comment section, because I do read them all. I do read your questions in the comment section, because those are very important, and you can get a shout out. Who does not want a shout out from me? And so, yeah, feel free to put your questions in the comments. And all you YouTubers out there, based on my analytics, a lot of you that have been checking out my channel are people that are not subscribed. So if you are interested in the content that I do produce, feel free to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share the videos to anybody that is actually interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, and paleontology in general, so that way you can get some pretty good content. And also hit that bell of you can catch the weekly content that I actually do present. And also make sure keep your questions short to the point. You can also follow me on Twitter at CSGRLS for a Twitter page. I post pretty cool stuff on there. And also follow me on Instagram at dino.chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on Instagram as well. Take care of the people around you. And also for your younger people out there, make sure to listen to your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. It's the best motivation you can have. A good education is very important. Have a good education. With a good education, you get a good job in the future. And also in this kind of time, please wear a mask, social distance, and wash your hands, because we want to make sure we reduce the spread of the virus. And that's very important. And also you can check out Colossal Fossils Facts, and I'll put the link in the description down below. We're in a time for fundraising, so feel free to go into colossalfossils.com, hit the donate tab, so that way you can donate as much as you want. So that way we can get some more stuff into our more exhibits into our collection, and so that's going to be very important. And so yeah, so feel free to donate it as much as you want on that. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next week.